this is the unit circle here. Can you see this? The unit circle has got the radius 1 and the center 0, 0. And the trig values can be found by making a right angled triangle with the radius and the x-axis. And then you do your trigonometry depending on it. So any point on the unit circle can be found using cos theta or sine theta. In this case, we've got a hypotenuse of 1 here and minus 1, 0. Yeah. And then you've got the triangle here that's been taken out of that, and it's got a hypotenuse of 1. And that's because the hypotenuse is going from the center to the edge here. Yeah, almost like the radius. No matter which way that arrow turns, let's say that it ends up here, it's still going to be 1 because it's the radius of the unit circle. Okay, so now knowing cos, like SOHCAHTOA, yeah, and that cos theta is equal to a over h, then your x is going to be x over 1. So that's going to be x in total there for cos x. Your cos theta is going to be equal to your adjacent, and your sine theta is going to be equal here to your opposite. Okay, let's look at this. The coordinates of a point on the unit circle to 3 significant figures are 0.629 and 0.777. Find theta to the nearest degree. Okay, so with this one, we don't need to worry so much about the diagram yet, just for part A, yeah? Just to remind you, right, we know that x, y is equal to cos theta, sine theta. So in this case, we know that cos theta is going to be equal to 0.629 and sine theta is going to be equal to 0.777. This is a term that you need to know, yeah, on a unit circle. Circle with a radius 1 and center 0, 0 can be used to calculate as a coordinate point. So if we're given in the question here, the coordinates of point on the unit circle are this, we know then that x, y is equal to cos x or sine x or theta, basically. So knowing this, we basically are plugging in these values here. So then we can easily find out theta here, yeah? So on your calculator, you can simply do cos to the minus 1 of 0.629. Or you could do sine to the minus 1 of 0.777. You should get an answer here of 51 for degrees. 50.9867. Good. And then to the nearest degree. So we know the answer is correct there. Okay, so the next question. I mean, look, with this one, by the way, you don't have to use both. I would always check with both just to make sure that my answer is correct. But yeah, it just makes sense. Now, for the next question, find the coordinates of P on the unit circle. Give your answer to DP. Okay, so again, we know that XY is equal to cos theta, sine theta is equal to cos theta, sine theta. Okay, and this basically is our point P, yeah, that we're trying to find here. So we've got the 125 there, okay? And as P is on the unit circle, we know that this is definitely applicable. So what we can do is we can do cos 125, okay? And that's going to give us the X value because that's our angle that we've been given. Yeah. And what do you get when you do that? Okay, so that means that that's going to be minus 0.57. And let's just look at that in terms of the X value, right? If it's P here, your X value will be negative and it will be less than 1. Does that make sense? Your sine value should be between 1 and 0, but positive. So do sine 125. 0.814. 9, but to two decimal places, then it'll be 0.82. Yeah.